Well, the Chicago Bears are keeping us busy, and the Chicago Bears have now officially signed Durham Smythe to a 1-year deal. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, it's been made official. The rumor that we heard about last night, this one comes from Ian Rappaport, part of the Rap Sheet. The Chicago Bears are signing Durham Smythe to a 1-year deal. Now, this is a solid move. Nothing's changed from last night when we talked about it, in the sense that Durham Smythe is a solid depth tight end, really good blocker, excellent blocking tight end. Ben Johnson worked with him when Ben Johnson was the wide receivers coach with the Miami Dolphins, so that familiarity is there with them. And overall, this just breeds about the Bears adding in more pass protection for Caleb Williams. It's really what this deal is all built around. That's what this is about. And, you know, it's a solid move, right? Now, could the Bears still go out and get a different tight end in the draft? It's a possibility. I think Durham Smythe, I don't think you would need to, right? You still got Sweeney, I believe, is still in the building as well. So there's no real need to go out right now and draft another tight end, in my personal opinion. Now, the Bears could still look to do that because this is the Chicago Bears. You never know exactly what they're going to do, but Smythe is a perfectly good tight end. I think now when you pair him with Cole Kmet, you got a nice 1-2 punch at tight end there. And Smythe, while more of a blocking tight end, can still, we talked about it yesterday, can still be used in the passing game where he can be solid enough there. If you give him targets, he typically catches the ball. That's the good thing about Smythe, is that his completion to target ratio is really, really good as a tight end. So it actually breeds him about. I keep telling you, bro, all you got to do is press the button at the top here, man. You ain't got to tell me when you're in, bro. You just got to press the button. Press the goddamn button. What's good, Brody?
What's good, bro?
How you feeling about the signing now that it's official?
We didn't really talk about like the years about it, so that's what was my concern. I was meaning to bring it up last night, but it's cool. 1-year deal. Tryout, just more of a tryout type of deal to me. Yeah, like Ben is very comfortable with him, but also he got to prove himself a little bit. So yeah, we got some tight ends here that that's been in and out, especially the last few years. So I think Poles wasn't gonna be trying to give anybody no long term deals, especially at that tight end position. And like what Bobby said, who knows? We might be interested in a tight end in the draft. You never know. But yeah, I'm cool with it. Like I said, blocking tight end, big tight end that can catch the ball as well. Very efficient when it comes to his numbers. I'm cool with it. I'm cool. I'm glad he's spending some money and he making some moves.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those moves where it's like there would be no reason to be negative on it. Like, this is a really good move for what you're bringing in here, to bring in a like, one thing that we've all said with Cole Kmet. Like, yeah, he can be a solid blocker at times, but that's not necessarily his strongest attribute. You're now bringing in an actual complement to Cole Kmet. It's not going to be somebody who's going to be competing on the same snaps or anything for him. It's somebody who's a complement, who brings in some of the stuff that Cole Kmet is weaker at. But when you still go to those two tight end sets, you still gotta guard either one of these guys to catch the ball, because they both can catch the ball as well at the tight end position. So it's a really good signing. Really good signing.
Yeah, and it knocks out. I think this knocks out us putting Mercedes in the game at pointless times, because every time he came in, it was a damn penalty. And I looked at him; he not known for Durham, not really known for penalties. That's a good upside. Plus, he's very physical. I watched a couple tape on him. He's not scared to block, and he'll get physical with you. And he got a little bit of an edge about himself. So yeah, you gonna have to pay attention, especially if we decide to run them twin tight end sets, and just for blocking situations, because we know how he can get, how Ben Johnson can get on his creativity of plays. He can have a creative play that we never seen before using Durham, so you never know. Got to look out for.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the creative part of Ben Johnson, and also having Declan Doyle here. Who I know me.
Yep.
We talked to C Dub, and he asked, "Well, what exactly is Declan Doyle going to do?" I think Declan's going to have more of a role in drawing up some of this offense that people are giving him credit for. If you hear how people are starting to talk about Declan, saying, "Hey, he's basically another Ben Johnson," I'm just like, yeah, listen, we got some creative play callers. You look at Eric Bieniemy, Declan Doyle, Ben Johnson. We got some people who can draw up some plays on this team. So our offense should not struggle in being able to find creative ways to use the players that we have here, which is really exciting.
Yeah, and I do remember people was like, "Well, he's 28 years old. What can he possibly have to offer?" I mean, a lot of people don't realize this, but when the job don't work out in the NFL, a lot of these coaches go back to college and high school. Why?
Mm-hmm.
To learn new things, learn the new terminology out here. Because one thing I've learned in my short spell of being a content creator, talking to coaches, is it's not that different compared to each level. It's just terminology changes and the creativity changes. You might see something with the same formation, but they're doing something different compared to the tradition, say. So the I formation is usually used for a certain thing, but it's people being creative using that I formation, AK people like Todd Monkey using quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson. You can be very creative and you can learn different type of things being in different situations. Hell, it's a lot of people going to schools, and you really got to be creative because you're not getting the talent that these D1 schools are getting.
Yeah, and the college game, the thing that's really we've seen over like the last almost decade now at this point is that the gap that was there between the college game and the NFL game has gotten
Yeah.
smaller and smaller every single year, and so like you're able to kind of better gauge a play caller's talent and even stuff like that now at the college level. So that's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, like Pose is cooking, man. And I wonder because if I'm not mistaken, you can't officially sign free agents until the 10th. I
No.
wonder how.
Or the 12th. I heard the
I
12th.
think you can start negotiating on the 10th. You can start signing on the 12th.
Okay.
I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think you're right there. And so it's weird that we got this already, but hey, it is what it is, man.
Hey, do your due diligence now. Talk to these people now. Now, I am confused though. Like, what's the tampering situation? Because it's like,
Exactly.
is this not tampering? But at the same time, like, I do think it's a little bit different rules when it comes to the NFL and NBA.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. I just want to see when is the free agency breaking down the legal
Because
tampering.
I was talking to some of our people, they was like, it's technically illegal tampering. Like they was being funny, but it's like,
Yeah, so legal tampering starts March 10th at noon. So like, yeah, what
how this
it
work?
is what it is.
All I know is this better not go. We better not get no draft picks taken from this. We better not get no tampering. I hope you're doing this all in the guidelines of the rules. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly, bro. Exactly because the NFL starts calling and being like, "Let's look at phones to see when people was contacted." I don't want to lose nothing.
Check your cell towers and shit. They called at
Exactly.
6:30 at this time in this city. I think they was called. Like, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. But anyway,
Oh,
any other?
the people in the chat say it depends when the player is released. So I think he just got
Ah,
released over there. That's why we was able to sign him.
okay, cool. Because
Thank you, chat.
yeah, listen. That's why I say we got the best audience in the world because we got a lot of besides Alejandro trying to get cooked, which I'm gonna it's early. I haven't had my tea yet. I'm gonna give you a reprieve, Alejandro. But if this was any other time of day, you would absolutely be getting cooked right now, my chimichanga friend. But I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna leave you alone. Um,
What in the rush hour is going on here?
Man, I'm gonna leave the chimichanga alone. But yeah, man. A solid start. I think that seeing Ryan Poles be so intentional this early about correcting that offensive line is giving a lot of reason for to have faith in the rest of the direction that this free agency is going to go. So we'll see what continues to happen down the road. Let me ask you this. Steve-O. When it
Mhm.
comes down to it, do you think we make another big acquisition, or is it going to be kind of complementary acquisitions leading to the draft? Do you see a Dahlman being signed? Do you see like a Mekhi Becton? Do you see a kind of big name like that coming, or do you think like with us already going 30 million into our salary cap, that it's going to be kind of solid moves, maybe not the big swing that we kind of
I
thought coming into
mean,
it?
I feel like when it comes down to it, I can only go off of what they've been doing recently and what they've done in the past and what they got in store ahead.
Mhm.
And my thinking is, you've been holding on this money 2-3 years already. When the fuck you gonna spend it? You already showed this year that you willing to spend some money on this coaching staff, which is abundance of money that we've never spent on a coaching staff before. So why stop there? So to me, it looked like the trend, and not only that, it looked like Ben, Kev, all of them, Ryan, they all making these decisions together. Like the down to Durham, that's Ben. Down to the Jonah, that's Ben. So like I think they're all on the same level. And Ben, if Ben wants somebody, he gonna do Poe's gonna do his damnedest to try to go get him. So I feel like why stop? And then in the name of the Hawk, don't stop right now, boys. Let's keep it
Yeah.
rolling.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Harry got a great one here. He says our D line was terrible, just as bad as our O line. Oh, the D line's getting addressed, bro. Don't miss out.
But,
The D
but
line's
also
definitely going
don't
to be
forget,
addressed.
our
Yeah,
D line got very injured, especially at interior, very early. So that's
yeah.
why we looked at that bad. I don't think we're as bad as the O line though.
Alejandro, your ass can't afford no purple haze. Like yo Abella got to sell tamales on the corner just so you can buy some Shaq shoes. My boy, watch yourself out. All right, watch
So,
yourself,
bro,
Alejandro. Now, see, now I didn't woke up. Now you don't want to get me woke up, bro. Like you
my
had a
bad.
chance there. You could have just been quiet. But now you didn't woke me up. All right,
Let me
my
find
boy,
out
chill
your
out, bro.
grandma out here selling watermelons and it's halfway cold, trying to okay, selling mangoes with the goddamn shit on
My
it.
boy
Okay,
still got to boil his bath while they're talking about some he's smoking purple haze, bro. You could never afford no haze, bro.
that
Come
man
on,
got to go to the bathroom in the outhouse still.
man.
We sorry,
Anyway,
we sorry.
we
We right.
appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all follow us at Chi Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail, 773-270, I'm sorry, 242-9336 with your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears.